and we can never love you because you are all evidence. And you know, the people they call evidence, anybody that did not follow is an evidence to them. I pity those of you who keep deluding yourself that we can love and trust you, simply because you work against your people to our own advantage. Imagine that statement. He said he pity those people that they are giving their information, helping them, and supporting them to destroy this nation. He said no matter how you support them, we still hate you. He's talking about Tinubu. No, there's no way a Yoruba man will be a faithful Muslim. You are seen an evidence to them because you are Yoruba. They say even though you work against your people to our own advantage, yet we hate you. Can you hear that? They are the people that you can't say, you can't beg. That thing called mercy is far away from them. Many of you have this message. You won't forward it to your brothers and sisters. You will keep it to yourself. And you will say it is well with you. It is not well at all anywhere. Nothing is well this time. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Nothing is well. I imagine if our leader will read this and keep quiet. I heard that the stupid governor of Oyo State, Ajumobi, said that they won't accept the proposed grassy bill. That means they have passed this bill to all governors. Only Oyo State governor reject it. Among all the governors, only Oyo State governor reject it. All the remaining governors as accept. Why? Because it's at the expense of their life. They will try to kill them. They even say that they will bring cow into the church, and if they try to stop them, they will kill you. I will read it now. But my message to that Viti Yoruba pig is that if you don't want to give us your cursed land, we will rear our cattle not only on your farmland, but in your churches. And if you try to stop us, we will kill your chicken, your hearted men like rabbits, and then turn your mother's wife, sister, daughter to our sex slave like we have been doing. He said, if we bring cow into your church and you
Okay. Zo.
Wọ́n ti bà á jẹ́.
Zo mana. Ṣé wọ́n bá a sán ní tèmi ní zo? Bá a fọ́dà. Zo.
Tí Sẹ́ríkì dẹ̀ ń wo àrà tí àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí. Wọ́n ti bà gbogbo oko jẹ́.
Okay. Ẹ lọ yà àwọn ọmọ ẹ yà àwọn.
Nínú oko mi.
Okay. Zo. Zo.
Wọ́n ti bà á jẹ́.
Zo mana. Ṣé wọ́n bá a sán ní tèmi ní zo? Bá a fọ́dà. Zo.
Tí Sẹ́ríkì dẹ̀ ń wo àrà tí àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí. Wọ́n ti bà gbogbo oko jẹ́.
try to stop us, we will kill all the men and we will turn all the women to sex slave. You remember he said the land is a cursed land, Yoruba land. Yes, it is cursed. Because one of our fathers caused us that we will never be united.
Bàbá ẹ wá wo gbẹ bó ṣe ń sọ jáde báyìí wọ́n ń re jẹ wọ́n ń bà jẹ́ ni. ẹ o òbítíbitì ni mo bá ní oko yìí wọ́n ti fi ṣàgbo ó dẹ̀ ti ní kò lè wáyé ó là gbọ́dọ̀ dáko ń bímọ àfi ká kúrò àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà ok ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá ti dé ọ̀gá ẹ wọlé wá wò wọ́n o ok.
And this is the secret in their hand, that we will never be united. He even said it. He said we are betrayer. Let me read it for you. He said, it is either you give the whole of south to us to use as grazing service, or we soak it with your blood. And what you will do, like you always do, is noise on Facebook and Twitter. You see, they have discovered us. They say, there's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is to make noise on Facebook and Twitter. Have you ever seen anywhere Yoruba gather and say, if Biafra people, they try. They even gather to make war. Have you ever heard anything from Yoruba? You cannot be united against us. Who will in your midst, who will divide you for selfishness and love money? Do you know the reason why they sponsor them? Is because they promised them that if we take over, you will be one of the lion's share of the oil. So you'll be one of the lion's shares. So all the money you spend, it will give you back. In fact, OIC will pay you back. That is why they are selling us. And you will never see any of their children around here, in abroad. Can you see? He said, now hear what they say. He said, such traitors characters can never survive in our own midst, because we burn them and their families. Can you hear that? They say people like that cannot sustain in their own midst. They will burn them, both their family. One year that lay be room 1 year. To wala ane watan pon le yen. Wọ́n go to ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ni, àwọn àti party ran jẹ wọ́n run ni. Wọ́n jẹlé wọ́n run. Ṣùgbọ́n wala aláàánú, wọ́n wà lọ́dọ̀ wa, wọ́n gbilẹ̀. Ẹ máa wà wọ́n mọ wa ní bus stop. Bàbá o, wọ́n tún máa kí wọn. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ ń tà wá. They are selling of this country. If I have my way, there won't be any functional church in this country anymore, especially in North. That's why I am so much happy with Governor El-Rufai, who is living up to the expectation of Allah in Kaduna State. We are not really pleased with his too slow to implement everything we asked him to implement in this country for us. He has not even done 20% of the national Islamic agenda. What is waiting for? What is he waiting for? I don't know. Can you hear that? They say he has never implemented even 20%. We will make life unbearable for Igbos, like they are in hell. And yet, we won't let them have their useless Biafra, because the whole of South is a conqueror territory. We can never see Yoruba as alien, no matter how hard they try to please or serve us, because they are born traitor and evening. Those slaves in mid-belt will continue to be willing tools in our hand. And the day they attempt to raise their head, we will cut off their head like wheat. I lack words to tell the inconsequential and always crying Niger Delta. Because what we are waiting for is to declare state of emergency in River, Bayelsa, and Delta. Then we will show them how to use power. Did you hear that? So, part of the work that Buhari must do is that to declare state of emergency. The election that they are, those parents, they do some election recently. They thought those elections would turn to serious war and they would declare state of emergency. They have already bribed some people to cause battle so that they will declare state of emergency. And the person they will put there as a governor will be their man. And the work will start. Can you hear that? We are at war with you people, but we won't allow the country to break up. Imagine. They say they will fight us, and we won't allow. And you know, all of you praying that Nigeria should not separate. Then you are supporting your enemy. Because the last time that I said that, me, I don't care if Nigeria separates. Some pastor came to me and said, Mommy, it's not good now. It's not good now. We are praying for one nation. Me, I did not join you to pray for one nation. Because we can never be one. We can never be one. So if you are one of them praying for one nation in Nigeria, change your prayer point now. Don't. Now, maybe you don't know. This is it this year or last year that make us 100 years? Last year, thank you. That last year, which is 100 years, is the last hope of OIC on Nigeria. Assuming a Muslim leader did not come to the reign, OIC will have cancelled Nigerian name from their map forever. And they will leave us alone. We will not have problem. All this Boko Haram or everything, they will be forgotten. Silence forever. But because of selfishness, all we need is information. And information is power. Let me now tell you, those people scandering me up and down. Evangelist Fumi is this, is that. They know I will blow out Mizu. During that time that people supposed to listen to me, everybody ran away from me. They say they don't show. Because they know I have information to give to the world. Many people that reject me that time, they say she's a python. They say she's this. They say she's that. A time is coming, all of them will regret. Even though she's bad. She gave this information, but we didn't listen to her because they say she's evil. National Grazil Reserve Council Bill. You wear no book. What does that mean? What's the meaning of National Grazil Reserve Council Bill to the National Assembly? And I was surprised at what I saw. The big creates a council to be charged by a chairman to be appointed by the president. That means anybody that want to be appointed by the president, this is what they want them to do. Listen. The council shall have the power to take your land anywhere the land is located in this country, and they pay you compensation. The compensation is not to the community, the person that will sell the community to them. Your land, when taken, shall be assigned to headmen who shall use your land for grassy purpose. You know book now. Can you tell me what that means? That means when they take to be killed. Yes, now. They will clear everywhere. The council shall have the power to take your land anywhere the land is located in the country, and then pay you compensation. Your land, when taken, shall be assigned to headmen who shall use your land for grazing purpose. They shall bring cow.
Okay. Zo. Zo.
Wọ́n ti bàjẹ́.
Zo mana. Ṣé wọ́n bá a sán ní tèmi ní zo? Bá a fẹ́dà. Zo.
Tí Sẹ́ríkìdé ń wo àrà tí àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí. Wọ́n ti bà gbogbo oko jẹ́.
Okay. Okay. Ẹ lọ yà àwọn ọmọ ẹ yà àwọn.
Nínú oko mi.
Okay. Zo.
Ah!
Zo.
Wọ́n ti bà á jẹ́.
Zo mana.
Ah!
Ṣé wọ́n bá a sán ní tèmi ní zo? Bá a fọ́dà. Zo.
Ah! Ah! Tí Sẹ́ríkì dẹ̀ ń wo àrà tí àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí. Wọ́n ti bà gbogbo oko jẹ́.
To the land, and you shall lose the land permanently to those Fulani cattle men. If you feel that the council was not right to take your land, you can go to court. But before you go to court, you must first of all notify the federal attorney general of your intention to sue the council. Apart from notifying, you must get the counsel and authority of the federal attorney general before you can sue. So that means that if the attorney general refuse to give this counsel to the sue, you have lost your land. Imagine. Who is going to be the attorney general? One of them. So if you want to go and sue, you must take permission from him before you go and sue. And surely he will say no. Hey. And this law, when passed, shall apply to the whole country. So it means that your land in the village or anywhere is not safe. It's part of their plan. No? And this is the reason why they are annoyed with Buhari. You're supposed to sign it and pass it across. Those are one of the things that they are. Those are one of the assignment given to Buhari. Your land from your any time they want and pay you whatever they want as compensation, even when you don't want to sell. And remember that for you to get compensation, you must have documents showing up.
Bàbá ẹ wá wo ogun ẹ bó ṣe ń sọ jáde báyìí wọ́n ń re jẹ wọ́n ń bà á jẹ́ ni. Ẹ wo òbítíbitì ni mo bá ní oko yìí wọ́n ti fi ṣàgbó ó dẹ̀ ti ní kò lè wáyé ó là gbọ́dọ̀ dáko ń bímọ àfi ká kúrò àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà ok ọ̀gá ọlọ́pàá ti dé. Ọ̀gá ẹ wọlé wá wò wọ́n o. Okay. Okay.
And a very good morning and welcome to this Friday episode of the morning show. My name is Olayomi Koiki, and a lot of you know me as Koikimedia. This is a show that will come once in a while, depending on how strong the body is. It is a show that will be different from what we do during the daytime at 12 p.m., where we talk about the agitation movement. But this morning show is just to show us what is happening around the world. We talk about it, we review it, what a lot of people are saying on different issues, not just in Nigeria. America do not have a president as we speak right now. There's a lot of confusion in America. Just like it's now become like the Africa election. I'm sure a lot of you that have been following the African election will be asking, is America now also in that same bracket? As we speak right now, we don't have a president announcement yet in America, but this is what it looks like as at this morning. This is what it looks like this morning. Let me remove our own Baba Awolowo on the side. Yeah. Joe Biden of the Democrat is 253 to Trump 214. We are also aware that Trump has filed a lawsuit. Remember, Atiku filed one just after the whole process as well. Quite a lot of confusion happening in America. But let's hear what Donald Trump. Um, let's hear what you want to use this one. Let's hear what Trump has to say as well. A very good morning to each and every one of you. Barika the Juma to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, fathers, mothers around the world. I welcome you to the 6th of November 2020. The time in London is 8:41 a.m. So Nigeria, you are 1 hour ahead of us. The weather outside is getting very cold in United Kingdom and England. We are also on a lockdown, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware as well. Let us hear what Trump has to say.
If legal votes, they can try to steal the election from us. If you count the votes that came in late, we're looking at them very strongly, but a lot of votes came in late. I've already decisively won many critical states, including massive victories in Florida, Iowa, Indiana, Ohio. To name just a few, we won these and many other victories despite historic election interference from big media, big money, and big tech. As everybody saw, we won by historic numbers. And the pollsters got it knowingly wrong. They got it knowingly wrong. We had polls that were so ridiculous, and everybody knew it at the time. There was no blue wave that they predicted. They thought there was going to be a big blue wave. That was false. It was done for suppression reasons. But instead, there was a big red wave. And it's been properly acknowledged, actually, by the media. They were, I think, very impressed. But that was after the fact. That doesn't do us any good.
Well, when we tell a lot of you the power of the media, some people do not understand what role media play in everything in life. Sometimes people ask, why do you ask for donation all the time? It's because we don't have the kind of funding that we need to execute some of what I plan to do, especially for the Yoruba agitation movement. If we have the kind of money that we expect, maybe by now we would have crumbled Nigeria long time ago in the last 6 months, and I'm not joking. The power of media is what is playing out, even though I might not say who is the winner or who has won. But some big player, for whatever reason, are also funding the media in America to speak a different tone and a different language against whether Joe Biden or Trump. Okay, not sure what we are having. No, don't come close there, okay? So it seems we are having maybe some technical glitch. What woman in the church are you talking about, Saeed? There seems to be. Once again, a very good morning. I laugh when we have so many ignorant individuals that do not understand how politics and the game is played. Some people think, as a media, I have said it so many times, we control what we want you to hear. Media, you will never see or hear any of your Nigerian media even talk an inch of what we are discussing. I'm just reading a comment. I'm not going to name the person, but it just shows that some individuals do not understand how the game is played. The reason why you are suppressed in Nigeria is because the media has been gagged. So when someone say he doesn't care about what is happening in America, you can tell that the person do not understand how the game is played. And I laugh. When somebody say, I don't care what is happening in America, that is good for the people that say so. But sometimes you need another ally to break away, like a country like Nigeria. Some people have already complained of so many things, but I have told you, this is not a talk show. My show is not a talk show. There are so many shows happening on different platforms. Come, bring the remote control for me. Come and bring the remote. He's there. He's there. Bring the remote. So what am I trying to say? The money show is to take you around and show you different things. All right, can you reduce the volume there as well? Can you reduce the volume on the iPad? Reduce it a little bit. Once again, a very good morning to everyone. Quite a lot is happening. If America do not have a president, it have a big impact around the world. But we see whatever the outcome is. Whatever the outcome, there must be a precedent. Whether that has to be decided at the Supreme Court, as I'm sure those of you following the American election will understand. But when we have yeah, maybe you want to come out of the broadcast and come back in. If the sound is not coming out, you need to come out of the broadcast and then you come back in. There's nothing wrong with the sound, as far as I know. Once again, a very good morning to those of you that are with us. Well, maybe your device, I've just checked the sound. The sound is clear and crispy. Very good. Once again, we've talked about the herdsmen, especially in the southwest of the country. The question remains, who are those behind them? Who are the individual behind every herdsman rearing their cattle in southwest of the country? We've watched video. They come all the way from Mali, Niger, because they make so much money in Nigeria. We've seen them coming all the way from the north in their droves, but sometimes the amount of people coming with the cow is more than the cow itself. It's because people in the southwest love the cow so much. Cow meat, ẹran màlúù. We love the cow so much that we cannot do without eating it. And now it wants to eat us all up. The same cow that we love is about to consume each and every one of us if care is not taken. You don't know that the cow that each and every one of you are eating every day is about to consume every one of us. You've seen the beginning of the broadcast, for those of you that join us from the beginning, that I was referring you back to a video that came out from Evangelist Fumilayo, and I hope I will try and reach out back to her again. I did so some few months back, but she said she was very, very busy, and I hope I will engage and try and see if we can, line up an interview with her. But what she said in 2016, seems to be playing out in 2020, 4 years down the line. What she said in 2016 is now playing out with so many prophecies, with so many evidence, where we saw in that video a woman that is struggling, got a land, and the cows ate up everything on the land, and she's being chased away from that land. Don't wait until it gets to your own doorstep before you realize that we are already about to be consumed by those cows that we love so much. The same cow that you want to have in your meal when you go to the buka, you go to the restaurant, you go to the market, you go to the supermarket to buy, is now about to consume every one of us. Because they have a kind of big backing. Backing by who? Information comes in different ways. Some people say some of our traditional rulers are also part of those that owns those cows. Some say businessmen have so many of those cows that the Fulani are moving from the southwest. Some have invested them in the north, and that means they have to bring them back down to the south to sell, because you consume quite a lot. The amount of cow that is consumed in Lagos, in Ogun State, in Ondo State, Oyo State, Ekiti State, Kwara, Kogi, is now about to consume every one of us. They have used the cow to make their way in influx down to southwest, but with another intention. The question now is, who are those funding the cow? Once again, a very good morning to you. We bring the show to an end at exactly 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's just touch on the Punch newspaper this morning and see some of the headlines. The Lekki shooting. Army makes a U-turn and now appears before the Lagos panel on Saturday, tomorrow. CIS inaugurates 7 fellows, induct 59 associates. Federal government to establish solid minerals processing hubs. Sack teachers, orders reinstated by DSS staff school. The DSS have now become so powerful that they can sack the teachers in the primary and secondary school. Poor infrastructural barrier to agricultural trade, according to PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. 9.8 million Federal Capital Territory residents, 16 states suffering hunger. Remember, I told you that we are now the capital poverty of the world. I'm sure you remember the statistics. Let's bring that up again. Let me just show you. Where is the map? World clock. Nigeria is the #1 capital poverty of the world. So when they're telling you that 9.8 million people, this is where we are. 105 million people living in extreme poverty. So when somebody says, I don't have food to eat, you are part of this bracket. When somebody said, I go to the hospital and I cannot pay the medical bill, you are also in these statistics. And the whole reason, DSS sacking teachers, it only can happen in Nigeria. Let's come back to the headline. Remember the statistics. According to our population here, it says 205 million. What is the essence? Let us break it down to pieces so that everyone can go back to their region. That means every one of you in Nigeria, crying one Nigeria, you cannot live on $1.9. It's not even up to $2. You cannot eat up to $2 because you are people living in extreme poverty. So when this news like this pops up, some people in Nigeria do not already understand that they are already in abject extreme poverty. 9.8 million of those living in FCT and 16 states are suffering from hunger. Look, malnutrition in a country that have vast amount of resources, and yet people think it has to be like this. Malnutrition, children suffering. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations on Thursday, yesterday, said over 9.8 million residents in 16 states of Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory, were now suffering from hunger. Have you asked yourself why? It's because when a woman like this, suffering from no help from the government, no assistance from the government, her husband have died, she's a widow with 4 children, set up a farm so that she can use that to, support her children, because the government cannot take care of her children. But do you know what end up? This is what end up.
Okay. Zo.
Mo ti bàjẹ́.
Zo mana.
Ah!
Yawa ba zani da mini zo. Ba fada. Zo.
Tí Sẹ́ríkì dẹ̀ ń wo àrà tí táwọn tẹ́tí àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí. Wọ́n ti bà gbogbo oko jẹ́.
For those that do not understand what the woman voice you were hearing behind was saying, that they have damaged and destroyed the farmland that I want to use to make living. And that is why that woman now comes back again into that bracket. Even though she was trying to lift herself from the bracket of the poverty, but yet, because we have a system that is not working, a system where your farm has now been overtaken by the Fulani. So that woman end up come back again to become part of these numbers. It's all about the numbers. Let's now look at how many female. That woman, from the voice that you can hear from that woman, let's give it what age bracket? Can anybody from the voice you heard there? What is the age bracket, so that I can find the age bracket of that woman, and then we can capture her back into people that will become people living in extreme poverty. Based on the voice, can anyone detect, give and take, the age of that woman? Let me play the voice again in case you do not get it. Okay, let's rewind it again.
Nínú oko mi.
Okay.
Somebody say
Wọ́n ti
40.
bàjẹ́.
40 plus. 60
60
plus. Okay. 42. Okay.
Tí Sẹ́ríkì dẹ̀ ń wo àrà tí táwọn tí àwọn kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ń dá báyìí. Wọ́n
Between
ti bà gbogbo
35
oko
and
jẹ́.
45. Okay. 42. Okay. 40, 55 to 60 in your 50.
Nínú oko mi.
I'm gonna take off that. I'll leave the voice running and the video, but I'll mute the voice. So we all agree that this woman is between, let's say, 50. She looks like, she says she's got 4 kids. So let's just put it as between 50. So now let me come here and look for the age bracket of that woman, because the country have now put her back in an abject poverty, even though she was. So I'm going to put her under 50 to 54. So now this woman is among 1.429,782,000 female in the age range living in extreme poverty. Ìyá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn tó ń try láti lift her rate, because the government has never supported her, just like so many of us. The government have never supported us. So I have put the woman between 50 and 54. She's now come back to the numbers of 1.429,782,000 people living in extreme poverty. My question now is, on this headline this morning, it says 9.8 million. So maybe they've added another 9.8 million. So that means maybe the number is gone up as well. I'm going to come off my seat for a few seconds, but I'll be back again. Have a very good morning.
Proving ownership. Your papa farm, any document on it? Before you want to collect compensation, you have document to prove that this land belongs to your papa. You get CO, that means you collect CFO. You that your papa gets land like maybe 100 acres. Which money you go get to collect CFO for 100 acres? You when you cannot build a house, you won't collect CFO for 100 acres. You thought it's a small money. Means everybody will lose and we will become stranger in our own land. So I think that we all in the southwest, south, and southeast must rise up and reject this bill. We must do all things.
A very good morning once again. My question now is, this cow, these ones are not in the north. They are down in the south. Who owns them? Who is funding these individuals? And why have they refused to get a ranch? Because they have someone backing them as well. They have someone backing them. Once again, a very good morning to those of you with us this morning. Who owns them? Nigeria. Let's go back to some of the headlines. DSS, sacking, restating. That is, and do you know who is in charge of that DSS? Another Fulani man. Have you asked yourself why ASU is still on strike? Because they know that it is you in the south that wants to study. Those in the north are not interested in education. Yeah, the border has been closed for a very long time. Let's go back again to some of the headlines. Sack teachers, orders reinstated by the DSS staff school. The dismissed teachers and other staff of the community staff school at Sokoro, Abuja have been reinstated 4 days after they were issued letters of disengagement by the school management. The school, which was earlier shut for 2 weeks, reopened Thursday while lessons were expected to commence Friday today, according to the source. The Punch had reported the CSS owned by Department of State Service had sacked 140 teachers and other workers in the school for demanding better working conditions and regularization of their appointment in line with the public service rules. So many situations, but people think Nigeria will work because it is only being managed by those that are not meant to manage it. What a country. Let's come down to the UK news. Let's come down here and see what are the headlines. The UK is now on the second waves of the lockdown. Students tear down lockdown fence put up side walls without warning. Boris Johnson insists 4-week lockdown is enough to slow virus. All the loopholes in the second lockdown, from takeaway pint to swimming. We are now on the second waves of the lockdown in the United Kingdom. And everyone have to manage it. Manchester students say the move made them feel pain in like a prisoner. Anti-lockdown protest march through London, chanting stand up and freedom. Dominic Raab self-isolating after close contact with person who tested positive. Lockdown 2.0 leaves England high street and shopping center deserted. So every shopping center is on a lockdown in the United Kingdom. £157,000 raised for a dad who lost a wife and 3 children in a car crash. A woman wakes up from coma to find out she's pregnant and might never walk again. These are some of the headlines there in the UK. Let's pick another paper. Once again, a very good morning to those of you that have joined us. Let's look another newspaper and see what the headline is. Trump, it is me over the world. Trump is not giving up yet. Manchester United student ripped down the 6-meter fence erected outside their hall. These are students, university students, ripped off the 6-meter fence erected outside their hall as the vice chancellor apologized for concern and distress. Can you, okay. Can you, your brother's one, can you reduce it or take it off? Where is, can you, he's not watching it. Just take it off because that noise is coming in too much. Can you take it down? Thank you. Oh my, that's much better. Curfew for caring. Welcome to police state. Britain, where a retired nurse is arrested for taking her mother, 97, out of a care home. These are just some of the headlines. Some might say, why does this one concern me? It doesn't have to concern you. It's just a news headline. I'm not here to discuss just the Yoruba nation. That is exactly at 12. This morning show, we move around and we talk about different things. Rishi bounced back. Fraudsters are caught red-handed. Conman, accountants charge uncover team £6,000 to invent tax return. We have so many criminals as well in the United Kingdom. Staying open for business, the very wide range of essential shops from dry cleaners to florists finding a reason not to lock down again. The lockdown is having a big impact on so many Nigerians and Africans that also have businesses. Anti-lockdown million mask march. Protesters clash with police in London over the new coronavirus. You can see, if you think we protest, people protest as well in London. This was in London last night. So many people were outside protesting. I'm aware that the NSAS protesters will emerge again tomorrow, according to one of the flyer I saw. All these was in London yesterday. You can see. You can see there. Watch the full video.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs.
If you can trust yourself when others doubt.
What possibilities might you see?
If you can meet with...
We have a caller from Nigeria. Hello, good morning. Ekaro. Ekaro, sir. Hello, sir. Amen. 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 Moribel. Okay. No, òyìnbó yẹn gan ló dá wàhálà sílẹ̀, òun ló jẹ́ ká máa jìyà tá à ń jẹ báyìí, òun ló jẹ́ ká máa jìyà tá à ń jẹ. Bí mo ti ń gbọ́ program yìí, mo ní ìdí kí n tiẹ̀ kí ọlá pé program kan tí wàá mo tẹ̀ ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ tí mo wá wù, so mo wá rí àwọn nọ́mbà yẹn tẹ kọ́ sí abẹ́ kí mo ní láàárọ̀ yìí. A wà lórí ètò gan báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń pè. A wà lórí ètò gan báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń pè. Orí ètò náà la wà báyìí. Ọlọ́ọ̀bá náà máa fi ṣe. So ìfẹ́ mi náà bá lè tí mo bá lè fi sílẹ̀. So mo rẹ́ẹ̀dì láti support ẹ̀dá kùrìtọ́ náà. Mo rẹ́ẹ̀dì láti support ẹni tí mo ẹ bá ní pípé dé máa ti ẹgbẹ́ kùrìtọ́ náà. Láti dé bí ìyẹ́ríkà lọ yìí. Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́ọ̀bá máa fi ṣe o. Ẹni kúkú jíjù lágbára Ọlọ́run. Inshallah. Ayé ò ní sọ inú. Àmín Jésù. Inshallah. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Thank you very much. I have told you that the awareness has not reached the point of where I want it to get to. Tó bá ti débẹ̀, ṣẹ́rí gbogbo Nigerian government á crumble down. But kò tí débẹ̀, a ṣì ń ṣiṣẹ́ débẹ̀. We are not there yet. But we can all make it happen. Sorry, I'm just, because the Instagram only gave 40 minutes. So every time we finish, we have to restart it again. So that's why I have to bend down, and it's on the landscape. So when we look at so many things, the question everybody always wants to know is, the world, there's a lot happening. We're going to go on Twitter as well and see what is trending. But let's go back again to our own newspaper, which is The Punch. I'm going to use another one this morning. We're going to go to This Day. Excuse me. Let's go into the This Day newspaper and see what the headline is this morning. Let's look at some of the headline. Death toll from Enugu epidemic rise to 40. CBN stress test reveals bank vulnerability to economic headwinds. PSC warns against inciting police to avenge attack. APC said for a nation registration of new members. Anybody registering under APC, they're wasting their time. There's not going to be election in 2023. A bloody waste of time. NBA raised team to probe alleged killings in Rivers community. Senate seeks upgrade of the State House Clinic. I'm laughing. There's a video I'm going to play now. And I want to analyze that video. I'll see if I can do that this morning. If not, I'll push it to later on in the afternoon. These are just some of the headlines. Regulating social media. You cannot regulate social media. Bye-bye. You are wasting your time. Let's read this. Regulating social media on Hill. Lai Muhammad. I'm sure pé bàbá yìí náà máa ti ní àwọn grandchildren nù. Ó parọ́ ju kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ. Look at his nose. A big liar. Fat liars. Did you hear that the northern governors met and endorsed the move to regulate the social media operations in Nigeria? Nigeria not let me say here. You can only do that nonsense in Nigeria. You cannot regulate what Koikimedia is saying from London. Look at his nose. Lai Mohammed wants to regulate, including the northern cabals. Yes, I am not surprised. Didn't they claim also that the NSAS protests were aimed at toppling the Buhari administration? Didn't they also even say that the SARS, the dreaded and disbanded police unit? It is worrisome that the northern governors are almost always wanting to prove that we are not one country. But they say they are patriots. Tell that to the Marines. With such patriots, we don't need traitors. They argue like establishmentarians that social media has been grossly abused, that unless there is a check on how it is being used, it could cause much greater problem to the country in the nearest future. It is already causing problem. We are going to use it to bring down this government. You don't even know what you're dealing with. They're talking about social media. Hey, so they posit that the regulation move is aimed at rescuing the nation. There's no nation. Nigeria is not a nation. It's a fraudulent country set up by the colonial master. All that we discuss more during the Nigeria at the verge of breakup at 12 p.m. Go and tell them the greater threat to nationhood and collective peace is bad governance as manifested in nepotism, wherein all plum jobs and appointments are given to the people from the northern. These people do not like to take this. Just say it to the people in the north. That's the people, the Kabad, the Fulanis are the one in charge of every position in the country. While the Yorubas and the Igbo and the rest are given peanuts. Let us break it up. Tell them the cancer called corruption is what has shrunk us as a people like this 60 years after, not Twitter or Telegram. My friend, tell them that the troubles posed by the menace of Fulani herdsmen who killed, rape, kidnap, and harm people at will is a far greater source of danger. This is one of them, where a woman business has been damaged. Completely damaged. Completely damaged.
Okay. Zo.
Wọ́n ti bàjẹ́.
Zo ma. Ṣé wọ́n bá a sán ní tèmi ní zo? Bá a fẹ́ràn. Zo.
The question is, when they say it's social media, the government gives access to Fulani to carry AK-47. Let's come back here. There's another news that the Iba Gani Adams, Logun Affair, talked about. That we now is asking the federal government to allow the South to have, gun license. Do we need to ask them? Do you know how many guns is all over the place in the country? You better go and defend yourself. Those of you at home. This was an headline. This was headline in August. If anyone thinks that the government is going to protect you, you're wasting your time. Insecurity. Buhari has failed. Yoruba should carry licensed gun. Gani Adams. This was published in August. Let's go on Twitter and see what is trending. Is exactly 9:20, the 6th of November 2020. At 12 p.m., we'll be talking about the Nigeria at the verge of breakup. What next? Yoruba self-determination. Lagos seems to be trending. I'm not sure why, but let's have a look. Let's take you into what is trending in Lagos. Lagos is trending on Twitter. A lot of you do not have Twitter account. I would suggest you need to get one. It's very, very important. This is what is trending. nsars.com. In Lagos cannot tell Nigerians when and where to protest. It cannot dictate or threaten Nigerian citizens or else it will be resisted with the moral force of a majority seeking real systematic change. We urge the movement to go ahead. Police vow to resist new protests in Lagos. Can you see that? Police said they would disallow the constitutional allowed demonstration because the state was yet to recover from the damage that followed the last protest. Police does not want the next protest to come up. Boko Haram unknown soldiers shot at protesters in Abuja early this morning on Sahara Reporter Live. Wow. Okay, I'm going to check that out in a minute. I'm just getting another feed that some Boko Haram shots in Abuja at the early hours of this morning. Nigeria is at war, but people are expecting someone to announce it. I'm going to bring that up if I find it in a minute. 82.9 million Nigerians are now living below poverty line. Who says so? It's 102. All these people tell lies. Say 82 million. It's more than 82 million. So police does not want the next protest to take place, but I'm aware that one is coming up tomorrow in Lagos. Just in, Lagos government revoked Sheraton Hotel occupancy. Not sure why. We will resist new protest in Lagos. You're wasting your time. When you see the numbers of people coming out, you will not be able to resist it. At 9:30, we open the phone line for 20 minutes. And then at 10 o'clock, we bring the show to an end. The time now is 9:23 a.m. on the 6th of November 2020. Very good morning to every one of you. It's the morning show. Tinubu and the Real Housewives of Lagos. You can see them. They are all 419, including that vice president. Every one of them, on the picture, they are all 419. Shotman devil. They are all this one, this one, this one, this one. Enemy of progress. If anyone believes any one of these, you are already swimming in an ocean without no backup. So, enemy of progress. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. It will eventually break. But people think it's not going to happen. But the process is almost there. Let's go more and read some of the tweet. What is trending? This is still Lagos. Lagos State Police Command has vowed to resist any form of planned protest, procession, or gathering under any guise or nomenclature in Lagos as the government and residents of the state recover from the devastating havoc and violence unleashed by suspected hoodlums. You cannot stop people from protesting. It is the constitutional right. I don't know how many people you might have to kill, because those that you've killed already, we haven't got an answer to them. Everyone that has been killed in the Lekki massacre, nobody is taking responsibility. In another few weeks now, they will put everything under the carpet. So protest is also trending. Despite threat to lives, through fearless organization and sponsor protest. We will not stay silent in the face of effort to evade responsibility or to smear our organizations. We will continue to raise our voices whenever and wherever we see injustice. NSAS, that's Amnesty International. Can Nigeria Immigration Authority tell the world why it has seized the passport of NSAS supporters? Kingsley Moghalu should not be seen to be penalizing citizens for engaging in or supporting peaceful protests. It's a constitutional right. Let me say something. The government do not know what can happen with the next protest. It can be very, very brutal. The next protest in Nigeria will be extremely brutal. I can tell you that. The next protest, Omawa, extremely, extremely brutal. Because this time around, those individuals are not going to take any chances with the police or the military based on what we know and what we've heard. They will fight back. I can assure you that. If anyone believes or think that when these guys come out again for the next protest, the police or the military will just come around and kill them, maybe that's where things will go haywire. I can assure you that. Nigerian police will never learn. This protest was carried out at the National Assembly in Abuja. We had been done engraving NSAS and leaving when they unleashed violence on peaceful protesters, but the act will not delay our freedom. You can see more problem is coming for them. You can see, I think this was, I don't know when this one was. The NSAS is about to start again, and we advise every Nigerian youth to come out. Every one of you should come out. They cannot kill again as much as they've done in Lekki, and we will make sure we continue to give you all the media support. We advise every one of them to come out. This was Abuja this morning. It tells you that the protest in Nigeria is about to go into the second wave.
Jeez.
You see, they started shooting again. They started again. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be bloody. This time around, it's going to be bloody because these guys are going to attack back as well. I can assure you that. If the police think that they can suppress a peaceful protest, then it will go violent. It's as simple as that. This was Abuja this morning again. Tomorrow, they will be in Ikeja. We advise everyone to make their way out for that NSAS protest that has been organized. This is your constitutional right. You can see the painting on the floor. It's going to become violent. Nigeria is now going into the second wave of the NSAS. It's about to erupt. But the government is trying to make people scared. They don't want them to come out. The International Criminal Court has now opened an inquiry into the recent NSAS protest in Nigeria. The protest is about to start again in Nigeria. 9:29 a.m., 6th of November 2020. These all took place, but yet, right in front of the National Assembly in Abuja, we condemn this illegal act by the police by demonstrating peaceful is fundamental right. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. They thought it is all over, but they forgot that it. Look, even in London, there was a protest yesterday. All over the world, in America, people are protesting. All over the world, nothing protests. So the government do not know what they're coming for. Oh, how many people soldier go kill? You can see, this one is India protest. All over the world, there's always protest. UK to ban protest of 2 or more people. Oh, you don't know. You think they're going to listen to the UK government? I won't be surprised that this weekend, New York protest everywhere. They killed one person this morning. That's what I'm told. Somebody says that one person was killed. Man tries to NYPD cop with a chain. Everywhere, nothing protests. Protests happen everywhere. Inspector General of Police Adamu insists social media was used to escalate EndSARS. Oh, it's even Kokon. We have not even used social media to bring down Nigeria. I was in fellow warning. Anyway, let me leave that one to 12 p.m. If they think that the Yoruba agitation is not going to be violent at some point, go and tell them it's going to be violent. But let's continue with the awareness first. So Nigeria this week, the video on EndSARS protest and his new album, A Better Time. Okay. This all took place in Abuja this morning. It's about to start again. The government does not know who they are. Sharipa and boys innocent. Now what they're going to be doing is all these EndSARS on the street will be going from one end to the other. It will become violent. The second waves of the EndSARS, yes, they have to go to the governor's office, the senator, all their buildings. Our governors target this time around. You don't need to target anywhere. Just go to wherever you know your senator is living. Put fire there. It's as simple as that. They're part of the problem. Go to governors, senators, and ministers. Oh, okay, towards the end. Okay, somebody said I should watch it towards the end that somebody was killed. Oh my Lord. Okay, sorry, let's play that video again. Was it in that video I just played now that somebody was shot dead? Was it in this video? Okay, let's play it again. Let me.
Are you guys all right? Everybody fine now? Yes,
Can you imagine? Using live ammunition on peaceful protesters. Crazy country.
Jesus. Jesus.
Someone has been killed this morning in Abuja by the police again, from what I'm told. I'm told towards the end of the video. Okay, I can't say anything on this video, so I'm not sure whether it's this video. So I'm not sure whether it's this video. All right, let me go to this guy's page. Because he's an activist. So let's go to his page. Maybe he's there. Breaking. Governor Oyetola sponsor APC talks backed by police beating protesters in Oshogbo, Osun State. Mandate others kidnap. So that is happening in Oshogbo as we speak. I know Oshogbo has been very, very hot. Some person were being shot at, and the best we can report is asking for peaceful protest motives. Can you lend to an 8 Chowore for once? Okay. Just this morning too, talks sponsored by the Osun State Governor Oyetola Gboyega shot man devil as well, just like your vice president. They were on the way to press conference. Their whereabouts are unknown. So many people are missing. So many people are missing. Too many missing innocent people. 5 protesters injured and then arrested. Brutal attack us at the NAS Nigeria this morning during an early morning action. 5 protesters injured and then arrested. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. It will break up. Look, Whether people like it or not, Nigeria is just about to break up. This is another, injustice on innocent people in that shit old country you call Nigeria. Can you imagine? It's a country. Can you imagine? Can you see that? Can you see that? Shit old country. Let's drop it here. Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has planned with the police to shoot outside tomorrow. He concluded with Inspector General Police Adamu to teach some a death lesson tomorrow. So tomorrow will be very hot in Lagos, in Ikeja. Let's watch this.
We need certainty in our democratically unusual happens. Americans should always know the winner of the election on election night or maybe the next morning. The country needs certainty, and our democratic process cannot be less reliable than, say, Nigeria's. Unusual happens. Americans should always know the winner
I think
of the
it's just
election.
mocking Nigeria as well. Anyway, so I think tomorrow will be another fire. Tomorrow will be another fire starting from Lagos. Okay. So many brutality. Let us end Nigeria. These are Boko Haram surrounding their bandits, repentant bandits. They give back AK-47 and they tell them bye-bye. Anyway, let's come back here as we are almost 50 minutes away to the end of the show. So the question remains is, at 12 p.m., we'll be back with our normal show. But the morning show is just to go around the world. No result in America. UK is on a lockdown. Most European countries is on another second wave lockdown. Let us take precaution. A lot of people want us to go for another rally as well here in UK and around the world. We will see and monitor and see when is the best time to come back out for that. But for now, let us continue with the awareness as we are doing it. But we can increase it. Communicate with those at home. Prepare their mind that something would happen very, very soon. How soon? I don't know, but something will happen. If anyone thinks that nothing is going to happen, I wish you best of luck. But when Fulani attacks you and you're not prepared, then it might be too late. Stockpile dry food in the house. They can attack anytime. The military wants to take over the country by coup, according to intelligence. You might wake up anytime and the country is overthrown by the military cabal. And it's all part of the game. So now that they have military all over the place, they think that will suppress the agitation. But what they don't understand is they are dealing with too many people. You are not just dealing with the Yorubas. You are dealing with every tribe that hate the Fulanis and everybody wants to stay on their own. That's what the government does not understand. The government does not understand that they are dealing with millions of us. They think they're dealing with one person here in London. No. Even those that still want one Nigeria wants to fight back. Even those that want one Nigeria wants to fight back. So, but we will continue to monitor the situation. Tomorrow, we will be monitoring the situation in Nigeria, in Ikeja, where the protest is about to come up again tomorrow. One happened in Abuja this morning, and there was a bit of disturbance here as well. Continue to monitor the situation. But one thing I can tell the world is, all Nigerian government are demons. Look at that in a country where they say it's civilized, killing people as if they are killing ram. What a disgrace. Nigeria is not a country. The shit hole. Okay, I think somebody must have sent a link. Okay, I think that person is just, we played that before. it's just this, I think whoever is that is just his own video. God bless you for good work. Thank you very much, Ikichuku. I'm just reading some of your comments. Oluwakemi Adele, I couldn't see where you said that one person was killed. So maybe if you find out, you can inbox me that. Good morning, Bashir Mustafa. Just quickly see who is there again before we start making our way out of here. I schooled in Plateau from 1990 to 95. I pay school fees while the so-called indigenous students collect money every month. Same Oduduwa nation has come to stay. Okay, inshallah. All right, I think that's about that. Let's see. Let me see if there's any comment on YouTube. Good morning to those on our MixLR. Good morning to those of you on the Instagram as well. Let's see if there's any comment on the MixLR before we start winding down. Good morning, Olumide 005. Juma Mubarak to all the Muslims. Ayade Aliyu Owolabi. That is how they did my brother's farm in Moniya, Koko area, Ibadan. Yeah, wicked soul. People, yeah, very, very wicked soul. If anybody thinks Fulani are their friends, you're wasting your time. Fulani can never be your friend. They are one of our biggest threats and the biggest enemy in conjunction with their, with their foreign partners. Good morning to AY Omide 3974 that have just joined us on Instagram. This Instagram, okay, I tend not to see the comment coming. Okay, Jude, good morning to you as well. Good morning to those on Instagram, on Twitter. Good morning to you as well. Joseph, Richard, good morning. Peter, good morning. Ekundayo, Yomix, good morning. Unix Ladipo, good morning. And I think that's about it. As we just about 15 minutes away, let us remind ourselves that this time, every one of us should not be closing our eyes. If some of us are sleeping, some people should be awake. You have to be security conscious, especially in the Southwest. We've had intelligence, you've read it in the report, in the news, in the print, in the media, that these guys are all over Nigeria, the Fulanis, especially in the Southwest. But it is also up to us to monitor who is a stranger among us. Whether they are 1, 2, 3, they've just moved into the house, you've never seen them before, and all of a sudden they're coming in, going out, they're coming in late, they're leaving out very early in the morning. Everyone should be security conscious. You don't have a government. Everyone should be security conscious. Raise the alarm. Give us the information. We will help you to speak out. Because we understand in Nigeria, those that were part of the NSAS protest, the government has been picking them up. We are aware of that. But yet, we don't know who are those that killed those innocent children on the 20th of October, a dark day. Up to now, the military will be at the judicial panel that has been set up. It's all fake. Sanwo-Olu is aware of those that killed these children. Likewise, every one of them. All that judicial panel is just a gimmick to the international presentation. They just want the international community to see that they're doing something. It's all lies. Everything has been cooked. You will never, never in a million years get the result of who killed those innocent children. Who killed Delegiwa? Have we ever get an answer to who killed Delegiwa? Who killed Bola Ige? Who killed Tolulope Arotile? Who killed Funshaw Williams? Who killed every one of these individuals? Who killed Chief MK Abiola? Even though if he's a bad man, who killed him? Yeah, it's going to be a fight to finish. So many people have come, died, but we don't have an answer. So let me just quickly bring their faces up. Who killed Bola Ige? Who killed him? Who killed him? Who killed? Who killed Onifade Pelumi? Who killed him? Do we have any answer to all these? Who killed? Can anybody answer? Who do you want me to mention again? Who killed Tolu Lokwe Arotile? Who killed her? Anybody again? Anyone has any other person that you want us to ask? Who killed? Who killed them? Good morning, Mama Wayemi Foluke. Who killed those individuals? Funshaw Williams. Who killed them? Funshaw Williams. Who? Who killed those people? Kudirat Abiola. Who killed her? Kudirat Abiola. Who killed her? We've talked about Dele Giwa. Maybe I should show it again. We started with Dele Giwa. Who killed Dele Giwa? Who killed Ken Saro-Wiwa? Ken Saro-Wiwa. Who killed him? Anybody? Who killed all these individuals? Who killed them? Chief MKO Abiola. And they're still ready to kill more people. These criminals, Chief MKO Abiola, regardless of his own fault, regardless of his own collateral damage, who killed him? That's the question. Who killed the Lekki massacre? Lekki massacre. Who killed those innocent Nigerians? Who? Oyigbo. Who killed them? Oyigbo massacre. Who? Who killed them? Fumilayo Kuti. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. Who killed her? Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Who killed him? Who else can you remember? Who else can you think of? Is that a country you want us to continue to live where people get killed and we never ask questions? Who killed all these individuals? Who is responsible? Who killed them? That's the question I am asking everyone this morning. The question is, who killed all these innocent people? Are we ever going to get an answer? Or is it just going to be the end of it? 24 years old, Tolu Lokwe Arotile, died, gone. No one is talking about it anymore. The first helicopter combat pilot, 24 years old. Who killed her? So many Nigerians killed every day, and we never get an answer to it. (9:49 a.m.) Who is killing Nigeria presently? According to Joseph Richard, who is killing Nigeria presently? Yet, some gullible politicians from the south are sitting dining with the cabals in the north because they do not care. No to Nigeria, Oduduwa is what we want. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Only Allah knows, my dearest brother. Tolu Lokwe Arotile, very powerful woman, killed. What did Jacobi Mosaye? Madam. But it's a country where nobody asks no question. Nobody's asking any question. She's gone. Who is next to be killed? That's now the question. Who is next to be killed in Nigeria? Who is next to be killed? Who is next to be killed in Nigeria? After Tolulope Arotile, who is next to be killed? May their soul continue to rest in perfect peace. And more people are still being killed as we speak. More people, lives have been destroyed by that country. 12 p.m., Nigeria at the verge of breakup. Our kings paid a courtesy visit to the dead man, the imposter. Is it time they stop representing us with the federal government? At 12 p.m., we're going to talk about all that. We don't want one Nigeria. We want to stay away from Nigeria. To the dead man, the imposter. We want an end to Nigeria. But it seems the traditional rulers believe that they can cohort with the northern cabals to hold us to continue to be part of Nigeria. It's going to be bloody at some point. It's going to be violent. I can assure you that. If anyone thinking at the back of their mind that Nigeria, the way it is not going to be bloody, I hope you're not living in a different world. The pressure is squeezing every day. The pressure is squeezing and is about to be explode. To about to explode, so many places. So many places. And we are all must be prepared. Baraka the Jumat, happy Friday to those of you watching. I pray for the souls of everyone that Nigeria has killed, indirectly and directly. Every soul. But we will make sure we end Nigeria on their behalf. If anyone wants one Nigeria, so be it to them. Maybe we divide. Some go with Nigeria and some go with the Yoruba nation. If that has to be. If those of you want one Nigeria, you go with one Nigeria while we come out of Nigeria. And it's going to be very bloody. I can assure you that. Because the Fulani wants it so. And we have to be prepared for it. If you think that when and how the time comes and you are not ready, you will be caught up, my advice to you is speak with your loved ones to be very, very vigilant. Stockpile. dry food. Keep them at home. Think of them as a 6 months, 1 year from today. Think of a dry food that you can stock away for 1 year. Because things will be very hot. Very, very hot. If anyone tells you that Nigeria will not break, tell them it might end up a civil war. That should not scare us with civil war and say civil war is not good. At least we will start afresh again. The way it's going will kill more people, so let us stop it now. The way Nigeria is going, it will kill more lives, whether by road accident, whether by anything you can think of. Police brutality, shooting, as you can see behind the image. You are already killed indirectly or directly. But it is up to each and every one of us to prepare our mind. If we start, the rest of the other tribes will kick in as well. If the Nigerian government thinks they want to fight just one person, they are wasting their time. They're going to have to fight so many tribes. We will end Nigeria for them. We will end it. We will make it stop for them. Tell them to prepare for us. But when we are ready, we will strike, and strike very hard. Very, very hard. Diplomacy will not work to end Nigeria. If anyone is telling you that, that's for them. For me, diplomacy is not going to end Nigeria. Violence will end Nigeria for us quicker. Violence. Anyone saying diplomacy will work, it was after we have created the violence, diplomacy will then kick in. But without violence, diplomacy cannot work. It will be another 50 years, and I don't have that time. Some people say we need the other tribes. When we start, the other tribes will start. You don't have to wait for the other tribes. All that we discuss at 12 o'clock. Have a very good morning and bye from this end. Child labor, you can see behind me. 11-year-old. Look at the labor job he's doing. 11-year-old boy. He's only 11 years old. Bye from this end. Join me if you can at 11 on Star Radio UK, and at 12 I'll be back here on the seat. Nigeria at the verge of breakup. Part 162. Bye for now.
On the mic.
Assembly member from passing that bill into law. He said we should do something. Oh, yeah, what are we going to do? We lazy one. We are too much afraid. I said, my pastor tell me this morning that I should be careful. Danger is coming. Yeah, he's right. But if everybody is afraid of danger, let's hide. Go and carry a blanket, cover your head. Enter your room. You will not knock door, you will blow your door. Please share this with any Nigeria you know. Save our children's future. Nigeria belongs to all of us, not only certain people. Pray for Nigeria. That is one. You see how sweet is the message? Because you want that, God, my problem. When Bob come, he will even put an end to your problem. Because the moment they kill you, you don't have problem again. Abi? And the only one you will face is hell. So forget your problem now. Some people will go and hit and say, the reason why I come here, the mama no talk about it. Forget, I don't want to know your reason now. Let us reason together.